Here we have the Yom Yom for today. Yom Yom for today. We had slight interruptions, but everything's going to be all right. Here we go. All right, there's a Mishnah. It says in Sanhedrin, why was it that man was created alone? All the other animals, the animals were all created in pairs or in groups or whatever. Why was it that man was created alone, and then afterwards, man, God made from man, he made a woman? Why alone? So it says, because to tell you that men, human beings, are not animals. Human beings are not like animals, and that animals are important to God. The whole creation is important to God, but animals are part of the world, and human beings are made in God's image, and especially the Jews. Especially the Jews. The Jews are called the sons of God. They're the chosen ones of God. But every human being. So especially what it means is a Jew. So a Jew that saves another Jew, it's as though he saved the whole entire world. A person who saves another, even one Jew of Israel, it's as though he has saved the entire world. Why? Because when man, the whole world was created just for one man, for Adam. And so that was the whole purpose, was just one person. So every person reflects this importance of man. So every person is an entire world. Therefore, when you deal with the Jew, you have to deal with the Jew as he stands in the primordial thought of Adam Kadmon. Now, this is a Kabbalistic idea, the primordial thought of Adam Kadmon. What it means is that God made man in his image. And what is the image of God? God's image. So the image of God is the world, the whole entire creation, from the highest levels to the lowest levels. And they reflect also the worlds, also God's image. God's image are the 10 sfirot, called the 10 aspects of godliness. 10. And these have a head, and they have there's higher levels and lower levels. Of course, God himself is not high and he's not low, right? God creates high and low. He creates the whole creation. But once God starts to create, so there's these higher levels and lower levels. And then it starts getting really complicated. Just like human beings are very complicated, right? Life, and the soul, how does it work with the nervous system and all these things? So God, in order to create the world, so he had one of the early stages of creation of the world, which are explained in the books of Kabbalah. One of the early stages is what's called a beam of light, that God made what's called a beam of light. And that's like God's speech in the Bible. And he caused this beam of light to pass through the letters of God, the letters. Okay, so anyway, the top of this beam of light, that's the creative force that's creating me and you right now. And so the beginning of this, the highest of it, is what's called Adam Kadmon. Adam Kadmon is like the sum total of all being, time, place, the whole entire plan. It's like looking at the blueprints for a building. You can see the whole building. Well, let's say you could look at the blueprints of here. The building we're talking about is the world, time, place, reality. So the blueprint of reality. So you can see all of time and all of place and everything all at one time. Which that doesn't make any sense, because if you can see it all at one time, so then there's no time. So what does it mean, time? So, okay, these are big mysteries, and I don't understand them either, but that's the way it is. So this thing of Adam Kadmon, that's the beginning, the whole beginning of creation, the whole entire plan, all in one capsule. So if we say the whole world is made for one person, so who is that one person? Every single Jew. And of course, as we said so many times before, it means that the world was created for us to fix, not for us to benefit from, right? That everybody has to be our slaves. Exactly the opposite. We're the slaves of everyone. We're public servants. We have a responsibility to the whole world. In any case, this whole thing comes from this first. So the world was created for man, and that was God's idea. So this first beginning point of the plan, the emergence of God's plan to create the world is called Adam Kadmon. That's what it is, and it was reflected in the actual human being called Adam. Okay, there up in that source, each soul stands with all of the generations that are going to come from it until the Mashiach arrives. So therefore, when you do a favor to an individual, especially to a Jew, so you're doing a favor to all of those souls that are going to come out of this person for all to the end of all generations. And we can say that it's not just from now onward, because this is above time. So when you do a favor and help another Jew, you're helping also from the beginning of time, because this was already determined, so to speak, from the beginning. So the point of the matter is that time and place are creations, and they're created for the sake of our good deed. So when we do a good deed, we give purpose to all time and all place. And in addition to that, every single individual Jew contains the whole world, this whole entire map, this whole entire plan. In other words, do help people. And this is not limited only to Jews. This is limited to also to all mankind, but it starts at home. Okay, let's stop this 1 second.